Of all the creatures that surround us, I am, even despite great familiarity, ever fascinated by hummingbirds. And to write a hummingbird suite, I did a little research into the folk tales and lore of hummingbirds from the native peoples and even down to the Aztecs. So these are 12 short sections, and off we go with number 1. And their image was impressed upon land the rain scarcely knew, in limestone that endures the passing of the sun, so they can be seen by the gods of light when their time comes to seek refuge on earth. In the age before, an evil spirit gambled against the sun and lost. Then, in his anger, spat lava enough to burn all the earth. Where the tall and mighty failed, a hummingbird went out to gather clouds from which the rain extinguished every fire. Daily now, the bird appears atop the sunrise, displaying on its throat the colors it acquired, flying through the rainbow. From any window, at any given time, one may be seen to hover by the desert willow, at the lantana in bloom, in a tangle of mesquite, with a heart that beats 200 times each second, and 60 seconds in every minute of its life. The oldest story is that people lived inside the ground until they sent a hummingbird up and out to see what was above. The newer version has us burdened with ourselves, all darkness and anxiety, but the fluorescent reflection in a falling raindrop says to live on. The elders could not see beyond blue sky to know what forces gathered there for good or evil, or to keep the planet's place within the universe. So they freed the hummingbird from the tendrils that bound it to them and waited for it to return and describe the other side of existence. So it came back, even brighter than it had been, and hovered in air to display itself as part of the only world created. At 2 o'clock each afternoon, thunder breaks and the sky pours down into a forest where lightning spears an errant leaf, from the tip of which a violet saberwing drinks green rain. Of lichens, down, and spider silk, the nests can float on storms, and when the eggs have hatched, expand. After fledging time, it holds a while to the branch, like a purse whose only penny bought redemption. Acosta's hummingbird each afternoon rests on the slender inches growing out from an ocotillo stem and prints a silhouette against the air, moving only for preening as he lifts a wing to scratch beneath it and briefly spread his tail before he turns his beak a few degrees to be a compass needle for the sun. Because we have no better explanation, we shall say that fallen warriors ascend to the sun, where they become hummingbirds and return to earth. We shall say that each moment spent watching their feathers glow brings us more than a lifetime in war. We see, but do not hear the Anna's hummingbird until it is close, and the wings vibrate in sympathy with Jay. While the larger birds enlisted to defend the skies, the hawks and eagles with their wings spanned wide and talons unsheathed, those who occupied the deserts and leafy canyons called on hummingbirds to dazzle any threat that came their way with drops of color flashing, while condors rattled in their armor high above the world. The emerald and woodstar colluded with the thorntail to reclaim with grace what fate and force had stolen. Then we shall say they bring rain, for in a lasting drought we have no other hope, and if rain does not come, we shall say we lived in beauty to the end.